Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. We've just come back from the Molineux, where we see a total collapse once again, where it was Wolves 3, West Ham 2. And, boys, I'm done, to be honest. Again, it was something I was just expecting in the end.
You weren't expecting it. You said we'd win.
I was when I started watching the game, mate. It was a disgrace.
The lineup, right? Right. Obviously, you're going to get into that now. But let's start there.
It comes down to Potter, mate. He's picked the wrong team. Our Rodriguez starts. When you got Potts sitting there, Callum Wilson should have played tonight. Give him a run out to get some match fitness into him. Even Fulkrug. I mean, the way honestly, the lineup when I see it, I thought we went a little bit strong, but Potts should have been in for Rodriguez. I mean, but it's all gone. It's all gone. If any game could sum up our season so far, or sum up West Ham in the last year, it's this game. The penalties that hit the post and then come straight back out. And I just, honestly, mate, I'm lost for words at the moment. You see the scenes at the end with Jared Bowen. And I said this the other day on Friday night post-match pint. I said about Bowen being captain and he will be targeted. And people said to me, you don't know what you're talking about, but it always comes down to it. A captain is going to be targeted, and Bowen cares so much about his football club. And to see them scenes at the end, I mean, look, you don't know what's been said. You get a lot of fans that go to these cup games that don't go all the time. So it couldn't be, it might not be regulars that are doing it, but yeah, it's sad to see. And it's like 3 games into the season, 11 goals, conceded, only scored 3 defeats. It's the 2 worst teams in the Premier League playing each other, and they've shown a bit of fucking fight and spirit, something that we ain't got.
You know what? With the Bowen stuff, I see Nick Tucker's secret YouTube channel that he started, Crossed Hammers. Go and check it out. And he was talking about it. He was saying about when he was giving it to Zabaleta. He's one, he gives it, don't you G us up. And Zabaleta was giving it back to him. And he said, it's some fight there. But now a lot of players, they just drop their heads. So it is good to see someone, like he's saying, who cares, who's gets angry, get fired up. There's not enough of that in this team. The manager, where is the fire from the manager? And that's why the team are so weak and tepid. And like I said, if Potts cannot even get off the bench in this cup game after playing every game in the preseason, what is going on? We're playing a geezer that we should be getting rid of. We're supposed to be getting rid of Rodriguez, and we're still playing him. What if he got injured and we can't sell him?
Once again, mate, James Ward-Prowse starts, and I'm thinking to myself, tonight was the opportunity to maybe play something different with Souček, Potts, and Paqueta, something different. But once again, he starts in there with Ward-Prowse, starts in there with Rodriguez, Souček's in there. That there's no pace in there. There's no intensity. There's nothing in there. That's the engine room of a football team, and we're running on fucking no fuel in there.
There's nothing in there. You see it every time. The starting lineup baffled me, as you said. Like there was players that have got to get starts here. Callum Wilson has got to get a start here. Yeah, Potts has got to get a start. You know what I mean? Do you know what? I agreed with the Mavropanos thing. I agreed with the Areola thing, and I know on the face of it, people got to blame Areola. I thought Areola was a bit unlucky tonight. I thought he should have done better for the first one. I said, but the second one was a big deflection, and there wasn't much he can do about that. But I thought he was a lot more solid than that other goalkeeper. But do you know what I did see? I saw a team, a manager. I looked at him at times, mate, on that touchline. Every time that camera pans to him, and there's a reason I'm here today, right? One of the greatest things that's happened to me today is that I couldn't get to Wolves. There's something happened today that I couldn't get there. It's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me tonight. Because I would have been there tonight, I would have been screaming and shouting and all that, and I probably would have been at the front, not having a go at Jared Bowen, because I don't know what was being said to Jared Bowen, But the manager, I'm sorry, it's time. He's got to leave. He's got to leave. He has not got a clue. He has not got a clue.
The difference between the two teams tonight, mate, is that when we was 2-1 up, we done nothing. We sat back. We invited them on. When they had a bit of pressure, their manager made 2 substitutions and changed the game. Changed the game and won it for them. And that's why they're in round 3.
And we're fucking is the worst team, right, in the Premier League. The other worst team in the Premier League, right? And that is scary because they made 4 or 5 subs, and then 4 or 5 subs made the difference. That geezer that come on, tore his pieces. That
Strand Larson.
Strand Larson, yeah. I know he might be going, and I know they might have to sell him again. He tore us to pieces. They've got pace in their team. You know what I mean? Listen, I thought the defence was a bit unlucky tonight. I thought it was a lot better than it's been, you know, in terms of like dealing with crosses and all that, until the end. Until the end. The only thing I'll say, Mavropanos was getting under the ball, right? The problem with us is we just let it bounce in the box. And you did see it in the first half a little bit, but we started to deal with that, right? Until the very end. They brought on a couple of big lumps up front, and then we couldn't deal with it. We couldn't deal with it. And Mavropanos ended up being at fault for one of the goals because he ducked rather than got his head through it. But Rodriguez, man, Rodriguez is the one. The penalty was so fucking lazy. Such lazy defending, right? And I'm telling you now, yeah, the way that Wolves come out the second half, right? They must have looked at Rodriguez running back on the pitch, and he must have gone, I can't. He probably couldn't believe his luck. He probably could not believe his luck. That's what I'm saying. Listen, a couple of good goals, and I'll say that. Well, I thought Walker Peters played well tonight. But Walker Peters was one of our better players, and that was a lovely cross for Souček's goal. Lovely cross from Bowen for Paquetá's goal. And then we just started retreating. Couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, I think when you go back to the penalty, mate, it was a poor, obviously, tackle from Rodriguez, lazy, sloppy. But if that penalty, you know, it sums up our season. You know, it's the post. It goes straight out to Gomez, and he just taps it in. Areola dives over it. You know, he got a little bit of stick for what he done, but it's instant in it. Like that.
Well, their players were just quicker to react, though. Like, and that's the thing. Look, Souček gets in late. It's like they just weren't expecting it. Like they'd already thought, oh yeah, they're going to score.
We was on top for the first half. Like we had more possession. We was knocking it about, and we had a couple of chances, and we looked like if any team was going to go in 1-0 up, it was going to be us. And then the way our season's going, you find yourself 1-0 down at half time. All right, good reaction. Got an early goal second half. Souček, the man that we always seem to fall back on, he gets a lot of criticism, but he's there. You know, great ball from Walker Peters. And then we find ourselves 2-1 up. Like, as Nicky said, great ball from Bowen, Paquetá. Once again, great header. You know, 2-2 for him now. You know, and we're looking to sell him. I see earlier that we're looking to bring in either we're looking at that goalkeeper again who's probably still stranded at the airport.
John Victor,
or we're looking to bring in Onana on loan from United. Why are we looking at another goalkeeper? Does Potter actually think if we put 2 goalkeepers in goal, we won't fucking concede? Does he want to play 2 in goal or something?
Well, it's looked like they've realised, like, you know, they're probably given up on Hermansen already after those 2 games.
No, what it is, mate, is probably Areola's going. That's probably what it is. They're not going to get rid of. They're not going to sell this or get rid of this £20 million goalkeeper. They're looking to cash in on Areola and bring in someone on loan. We're skinting ourselves, and you know we're skint. We're a shambles of a football club at the moment. You know, there's fans out there that will be laughing at us tonight, and rightly so, because we are a joke. We're a joke of a fucking football club. We're running like shit. You know, the only, as Nicky said the other day, the only best thing about our football club is our fans. That's the only good thing about our football club.
I think the fans, you can see from attendances at Wolves and from, you know, the home game, Chelsea fans are checked out. Fans have had enough. There's no belief in this team. And I look at, and I can sit there and say, do you know what? The squad is shit. Potter's not been backed. He's been hard done by, but it's the decisions that he has. He has to make the best of what he's got. And the lineups and the substitutions, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. Like you can sit there and look at this.
To sit there and 85 minutes. Listen, they had us on the press and we scored against the run of play. Yeah. They had us on the press. Second half, as I said before, they looked at the team come out, the same team come out the second half, and they thought, fucking hell. Like, we've got another chance here. And he just took advantage of it. Like Rodriguez running around, he's fucking useless. He's fucking useless. I watched, there was one part where the 3 of them were running towards it, yeah? The 3 midfielders, Souček, Bowen, Souček, Ward-Prowse, and Rodriguez. And a geezer nicked in from about 20 yards and got in between all 3 of them. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. You got Potts sitting on the bench. Couldn't even get off the bench tonight. I can't see where his mindset is. And then what does he do? He invites pressure, right? The only sub we'd made, right, and they was on top. You could see it on top. Like we kept on retreating into everything. And what have we done badly over the last couple of weeks? Defend bad, right? And we fucking started relying on a defence, and he was allowing that to happen. You got to make changes, man. There was a time there where bring the striker on, let the striker have a little run at the defenders who are now having to press out. Like, bring the pressure off yourself. Like, he's a professional manager that gets paid thousands and thousands and fucking thousands of pounds a week. And I'm a prick that sits on YouTube and I can fucking see how to change it. I can't see how a geezer that gets paid I mean, I was sitting there, he looked confused. He's looking at a piece of paper, and I'm sure at one point he turned it upside down as if he's like looking at it the wrong way around. I'm sure I fucking see that.
He was probably doing a crossword or something, mate.
I'm telling you, mate, he's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, he's a dead man walking. And the thing is, if I was Jared Bowen, I'll be marching straight up to David Sullivan and say, "You don't sort this out. I want out this fucking football club," because he deserves better. You know, he's been tied down to a long contract. He's probably been made loads of promises. And look, Potter, for me, he has to go. And they got to get rid of him because it's not working. It's not only the last 3 games. People start jumping on it saying, "Oh, it's only 3 games." This goes back to since he's been at the football club. There's been no improvement. He's had, 5 wins in 20-odd games? It's not good enough. You know, we need to get rid of him now, because if we don't, we're moonwalking back into the Championship. That's what we're doing. We are moonwalking back into the Championship because it's something's got to give. Like you said, mate, Callum Wilson come on for 10 minutes, and he was chasing the ball down. You could see he was looking to make something happen. Fulkrug come on. Why not do that 20 minutes before? I really do not get what Potter is doing.
Me and Jason were saying it's like he wants to be sacked. Like, decisions he's making is like he's got to be doing it.
Walk out.
No, but he wants your money. You want your compensation. Why are you going to walk out on compensation? He knows that this is probably his last shot at a Premier League job.
That was a case who sat on Chelsea's books for a fucking year and a half. We should have had fucking, and I was one of them. We should have had more fucking sense, because he didn't even want a fucking job while he was still getting paid by Chelsea. He does want compensation. And I'm telling you, right, someone just said in the chat here, I looked at him at times, right, and when we was winning, he was shaking.
Yeah, he had the book. He was looking at his little book, and I said, his hands
shaking.
Like,
he was shaking as if he's like thinking, "Oh my god, like what the fuck do I do?"
He was probably looking in the fucking idiot's guide to Football Manager, thinking, page 34, what to do when you're winning, because he ain't got a fucking clue. Because he ain't got a clue. So that's what he's probably doing.
What this is, I think, what Bowen's a statement from Bowen. Apology to the fans for tonight's reaction. I'm someone who's passionate and will fight every time I step on the pitch, but I need to set a better example, and you fans know how much I love you. He deserves better, Bowen. He deserves better than being in a relegation battle.
He does deserve better, Dan. But what he has also got to do as a captain is take that on the chin. I've watched many a time, when the football club is going down the fucking pan, right? I've seen many a captain that come over and they start talking to the fans and communicating with the fans. The fans want to know what the fuck's going on.
It also depends what's said, doesn't it? You don't know what's been said.
You don't know what's been said.
You don't get on Bowen every week about him being a captain. It seems like all we do is just say, and that's probably, he's had enough. He's probably fed up with people telling him, "You're not a captain. He's not a captain. He's a shit captain." And you know what I mean? It's an emotional game.
And that is the problem with captain, Dan. You are focused on. You are the one that's questioned. Because you have got the control to go back up to that board now. As Ryan said, that's what he should be doing. He should be going up to that board now and say, "Sort this shit out. Sort this shit out." Otherwise, I'm telling him to go, and I'm telling him to go, and I'm going myself. Because this is a fucking race.
I'm just saying, I don't think we should dig him out for getting, like I said, it's an emotional, passionate game. He's lost 3, mate. He's a captain. He's a captain.
Yeah, I understand the passion.
Nick, that's all you say.
Oh, for fuck's sake! All right, mate. Just carry on, mate. Just carry on.
No,
you don't want to listen.
Nick, you want to make it.
You're not letting me fucking listen.
Because you never let me finish a sentence. You interrupt me all the time.
You're not letting me finish a sentence.
Calm down. What? Nick, Dan, go on. You go.
what I'm trying to say is, yes, he's a captain, and we sit there and focus on he's a captain. He's sitting there. He loves the club. He's tired of losing every single week. He's playing his heart out, and he's seeing what's happening at the club. And
I
he's
understand,
sitting there.
right?
He's emotional.
So do people that spend their money to go and watch it, Dan. So the money people that have travelled up to Wolves tonight, right? And when your captain is walking over to you, they want answers. You ain't going to be able to go to Sullivan.
Ryan said it. We don't know what's
we don't know what's said, but I'm just saying. But sometimes you just have to just put your hands up and say, "Look, we fucked up."
We take what? Like I say, if you don't know what's been said, it could be anything.
Just move on, mate. Just move on. Just move on.
Well, that's what Ryan said.
I think the thing is, like I agree with you. You do see captains go over and have to take it on the chin, and sometimes, but something personal could have been said. The way Bowen reacted, he was trying to climb over the holding. Something might have been said. So we obviously don't know. It might come out in a couple of days.
I feel like all we do is slag off Jared Bowen in this fan base and put he's far from the problem.
If you're the fucking captain, right? If you're the captain of this football club who gets paid very good money, right? Things like that, you have to conduct yourself. Don't matter, right? Unless they were saying very personal stuff, which we don't know. There might be, but I'm just saying, if there wasn't, the fact that he's come out and apologised like that, right, makes me think that there may not have been, right?
So at the end of the day,
let the geezer go over and fucking take it on the chin.
The thing is, I don't give a shit whether he has a proper.
Don't start ripping the captain's armband off, chucking it on the floor, and trying to climb over a holding. I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck who it was. I don't give a fuck whether it was Mark Noble. When Mark Noble started chucking people off the pitch, we criticised him.
Listen, but I didn't criticise him. I didn't criticise him.
Of this football club. And he has to take that sort of thing on the chin.
But listen, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about these pointless, irrelevant things. These are irrelevant things that we focus on. Do you know what I give a shit about? That he goes on that pitch, he gives 100% every single week, and he plays his art out and leads by example. Do you know what? That's what I care about. That's what's important in this club. And there's not enough players. Hold up, Nick. Wait, hold up. When
you travel to games like that, right? They're not irrelevant. They're not irrelevant.
Oh my God.
They're not irrelevant because there's people there that have come from a fucking hard day's work, Dan, going out working day in, day out, fucking to go to fucking Wolves on a Wednesday night, and they put in a performance like that. And it's not Bowen's fault, right? But he is out there with that 11. He's out there. So when people are questioning him when he walks over there, don't start fucking screaming and shouting, chucking the armband off the floor. You want to chuck the armband off the floor, someone should have picked it up and never give it back to him. Not captain material. I'm sorry. I don't care who he is.
That's your opinion. At the end of the day, Nick,
and I don't care how long he's been here. Not captain material. Full stop.
Yeah, all right. We can focus on that. Like I said, there's not enough players. This is what I was trying to finish my sentence. Is he goes on the pitch, gives 100% every single week, plays his art out. There's not enough players on that pitch that are doing it, and that's why we're in the shit that we're in. That's why we're in the shit we're in, Nick, because there's not enough Jared Bowens on that football pitch.
Maybe that's why the reaction. Maybe that's why the reaction was like that, because Bowen actually cares. He's got a lot of love for this football club, and it hurts him as much as it hurts us. I mean, there's players there that would have just walked straight off that pitch, not even applauded the away fans. The cameras were following Graham Potter as he was walking over. I wish the cameras would have stayed on him because I would like to have seen the reaction there. But fucking give it to Potter. At least he had the bollocks to go over and clap. Some of them players were straight off down the tunnel, as you said. People were taking the day.
Listen, I made a bit of a fucking example there. He didn't chuck it on the floor. He give it to Potter. But if you want to why take the armband off and give it to your manager? That's as good. That's as good as chucking it on the floor. I'm sorry, but there's no reason to take the fucking thing off. There's no reason to take the fucking thing off.
Well, you don't know. Well, what's he going to do? Wear it all night? Wear it in the shower? Does he? What do you mean? Is the game's finished? What does it matter if he's fucking wearing it or not? He's got to wear it all. Fucking never take it off. Like I said, you're so
I'm sorry, but you're listen. I've admitted when I was wrong here. You're wrong here, mate. He shouldn't be.
You haven't admitted me wrong. You shouldn't
be doing that, mate. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're making too much of a big deal out of it.
No, I don't think I am. I don't think I am.
We are very lucky to have Jared Bowen at this football club. And if we didn't have him at this football club, he'd be relegated.
He's losing his head. What do you fucking expect the team to do?
Mate, it don't matter if you lose it. We're shit. We're cooked. We're fried. It don't matter if Potter.
We're not cooked. We're not cooked. We're not cooked. We're not.
Okay.
We're a competitive football team. If he can't take it, give the captaincy up.
We are competitive. We're brilliant, aren't we? Great squad, great manager, great owner.
We've been in the air for a little bit.
We've been seasoned.
Hopefully they fucking let us out. But yeah, look, let's get back to the game and that. You know, it's a collapse in the last 10 minutes that's cost us again, and this is why we're sitting here once again all looking angry and upset. And it is because it's hard. It's passion. It's passion that's coming through, because you see the people in the chat, you see us on screen now. It hurts, because we do love this football club, and maybe we love it a bit too much, and it affects us a lot. You try to step away, but you sit there tonight and you watch that shit, and it's hard to watch. And when, as I said, you've got some of them players that don't even deserve to wear that football shirt, don't deserve to call themselves a West Ham player, and something's got to happen in the next few days. Whether, I know we've been linked at that player that what's his name from Monaco.
Yeah, apparently that's a deal agreed.
Yeah, that's an agreed deal. So that's another player. Obviously, rumours of the boy from Middlesbrough and Rodriguez at Southampton. Let's just get something done in the next few days. We've got a tough game on Sunday. Forest. This is why it would have been such an important win tonight, just to get that boost, that little bit of, what's the word? No, just a bit of
confidence, a bit of positivity in the club.
Yeah, positive momentum going into that Forest game, because that's going to be a tough game on Sunday. If we lose that, that's 3 Premier League defeats, rock bottom, out the cup, and that's the first international break. Then what do? You don't sit there for the next 2 weeks with Potter, with Sullivan saying, "Oh, we'll give him another 2 games. We'll give him another 2 games." You just got to make that fucking decision, Sullivan, because the heat is coming for Sullivan. You see now that there's all protests planned for the Palace game at home, and it's going to turn nasty again. And if that's what it's got to take, that's what it's got to take, unfortunately, because people have had a fuck enough now, and we're turning into a joke football club again. That famous saying, "We're not a circus anymore." We are the fucking greatest showman, mate. We run the circuses. We are fucking a disgrace of a football club, the way we're run. Yeah. But we've got the best fans in the world.
Well, this is the thing, and I was trying to say. I think if you sack Potter, I think he's done. I think he's done. I think it's going to have to point where we have to sack Potter. If we sack Potter, I don't see much changing, because I don't think right now our squad is good enough. You look at that defense does not change overnight when we sack Potter. Kilman, they've had our pants down with Kilman Wolves. I'm sorry, £40 million. You're having a laugh, mate. Like I said, the midfield, we still haven't sorted it out. If we get Magassa, that's an improvement. It's still nowhere near where it needs to be. So until we hurt some more players and bring some more legs in this team and some quality, I'm not just sitting there and thinking we sack Potter and all of a sudden we're shooting back up the table. There's a lot of problems that need to be sorted out in this football club. And Potter is just one of them right now.
We had a discussion in the group earlier, and we was chucking names about them, and there was names like Sean Dyche mentioned and Gary O'Neill. Basically, it's going to be someone that's out of a job. We're not going to pay any money for anyone. And I even said about I'd take fucking Slaven Bilic back, and what's his name, Edin Terzic, who's out of a job. I'd bring them back for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
We fucking tried something and played different football, and it'd lift the fans. I think bringing in someone like Dyche ain't going to lift no fans. Gary O'Neill, for me, is not a Premier League manager. It's just a cheap option. And that's why we're in a situation now, because we always go cheap. All right, David Moyes, we had just whatever, don't matter what people think about David Moyes, he brought stability to this football club. It wasn't the greatest of football, but he brought stability. And we would, we looked a lot fucking harder to beat. Now we're just getting beat left, right, and centre, and it's bad.
Yeah, I would rather, like you said, take Bilic back on an end of season, see how it goes. Like you said, he plays better football. The geezer's got some passion that we actually need and some fire about him. And if the fans fans connect with him, and then wait till the summer, see where the dust settles if we want to keep Bilic, or we actually go and try and get a quality manager. Because if we do get a Cooper or a Dyche, like you said, the fans are just going to be miserable. So it's going to be nothing.
I forgot about him, Dan Cooper. I forgot he was out of fucking work.
Yeah. Cooper's been out of work for a while. Yeah, so it's going to be Cooper. It's going to be what's that other one? Wilder. What's he doing? Is he in a job? Wilder. Any of them names. It's going to be that shit, and we're going to sit there and put up with it for a whole nother season. And nothing's going to change at this club. We may be hard to beat. We may scrape. There's still much football left to play. We don't need a firefighter manager right now. It's not that bad. We're not far gone. I know the squad needs improvement, which it does, but it's not like we're 3 points, 5 points adrift.
this kid that's coming in for the midfield, he better be the new N'Golo Kante. He better be the new N'Golo Kante, because if he's not, we're fucked. We are fucked.
We got the new N'Golo Kante named Mo Kante in the under 21s.
The thing is, with him coming in, he's a youngster. We can't expect him that he's going to be the one to change our fortunes in midfield. But if they go out and get a couple of other players around him, it could work. It could work.
Yeah,
I think that one of the issues is Potter's out of his depth. Nobody wants to work for Sullivan. Yeah, Sullivan. I mean, this. I think someone summed this up yesterday, right? When we done this thing with Sean, right? And he sat there, and this worries me. The comment that he made worries me, because I think Sean very much listens to Sullivan. I think Sean very much has conversation with Sullivan. And he said to us, can you really see this team going down? And me and Dan both went, yes. And he went, really? Really? And I'm like, if he can't see the problems in this side and the fact that we are very, very, very much in danger of I don't even think we're going to win a fucking game at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see us winning a fucking game, honestly, right? And if we stay like this, right, and he's sitting there going, really? You can see this team going there? What have we got? Like, tell me in what you've seen tonight. Lucas Paquetá, if they fucking sell him, yeah, there's going to be fucking murders at this football club. And I reckon, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I reckon he might be going. And I reckon that's a bit what Jared Bowen was getting the fucking arsehole about tonight when he went over to Potter and all that, and he went down the tunnel. I reckon he's got the arsehole over it, because I think Paquetá is going, and I think he's looking around thinking, like, what the fuck have we got if he goes? Because he was our best player tonight by a long shot. By a long shot. Him, I thought Walker Peters played well. The midfielder fucking cooked. Souček gives what Souček does. Souček would be much more effective if there was different people in the midfield. I thought the defenders were better. I thought the goalkeeper was better. But at the end of the day, it all fucking collapsed. 10 silly minutes and we collapsed again.
And as I said, that's the difference between the two sets of managers tonight, is that when we was winning 2-1, that was the time to change it and bring on the likes of Wilson, Fulkrug, shore it up a bit. He was just about to bring on Irvine.
To stop them from coming forward, at least.
Yeah, he was just about to bring on Irvine as well. But, I mean... And then
they ain't scored a goal since the season started, by the way. The first team this season they played against was us. They scored 3. Their past 2 games didn't score a single goal. They played their B team, brought in a couple better players, and put 3 past us.
We've conceded 3 to a newly promoted team, a Wolves B team, and we've conceded 5 against Chelsea. And we scored what? How many goals? 3 goals this season.
And that's worrying, because Potter last season, when he come in, one of the things that he actually did to his credit was stop us leaking goals for fun. Or like we was under Lopetegui and under Moyes the previous season. Now we're leaking goals for fun again. Yeah. We've gone back. He's had a pre-season and some players in, and we've gone backwards.
It's because we're so poor at the back. I mean, you see, like when Kilman come on, how much it changed at the back. He's not, as you said earlier, mate. Wolves must have been laughing when we offered 40 million for him.
Yeah,
Mavropanos, I thought was
joke.
Oh, it's not the fact that I think he's just not that type of defender. He's not the defender that we need. He's a very much bring it out the back defender, and we don't need that.
Yeah, but they all are. We got 3 of them. That's the fucking problem.
But we don't need it. You cannot have 3 of them. We need an O'Bonnor, mate. That's what we fucking need. We need a James Collins, a Dawson. Yeah, we need 3 of them defending for their fucking lives. We don't need I thought Aguero. I don't see the fuck. I thought Todibo was a lot more improved tonight. Yeah. And I
thought Aguero was all right first half, and then he sort of
struggled,
played it out, and he just kept getting beat, and it's like he lost his confidence a bit.
Yeah, and this is it. But there is no the confidence, and this is the thing. I think, Rich, thank you for the £2 super chat. Why can't we hold the lead? Because we don't hold leads. We just drift out of the game. And the thing is, I watched Newcastle versus Liverpool. I know Newcastle lost, but I sat there and I was just like, fucking
Just a
hell.
bit
Like
of
the way
passion.
they fought, the passion, the fight,
Yeah.
the energy, they never gave up. That's what I want to see from West Ham.
Yeah, you
I
see
wanna
that
see
at the end of the game last night when Newcastle lost. The first thing their fans done up, they all stood up and applauded because they knew their team give everything against the champions of England. That even with 10 men, they looked like they had 12. That's how good they were. And yet we can't even find 2 or 3 players with any passion in that team.
It's the opposite. That is the absolute opposite of how this team plays. 100%. And I'd have been so proud. And that's what it's not that as a fan, I want to see tippy tappy football all the time. I want to see effort. I want to see teams, players giving it. When we was at the Arsenal away, we hardly saw any of the ball last season, but then players gave everything and we got the win. Where is that? We've seen it under Potter. And for some reason, it's gone. Jake McEwen, 499 Super Chat. Thank you very much, Jake. West Ham United fan forever. Generations back. Breaks my heart. We're a laughing stock on X. Is a relegation complete reset needed? Just wants to love West Ham again. That's the thing that he wants. So he wants to know: is a relegation? Would relegation benefit West Ham or would it kill us?
No, it wouldn't bother me. But we're not a laughing stock on X. We're laughing.
Would it be good? Would it be a good thing in the long run?
Probably not. No, not this time. No, probably wouldn't. But
yeah, I get it. A reset, get some of the shit players out, restart.
I wouldn't mind it. But I'm not desperate to get back up again. It wouldn't bother me at all. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind getting rid of some of these bastard players, and I wouldn't mind getting rid of a few of these bastard fans. To be quite honest with you. The ones that come over and fucking stroll over and think it's a laugh and a fucking joke, but I also think that they've driven too many good people out, and that's what I was talking about United. They've driven too many good people out. They've treated too many people like shit, right? And when it gets down to the Championship, you go down to the Championship now, right? And you've got to rely on them people. Then people are going to go fucking spin. Because and that's what they deserve to do. But we need to try and get these people back, man. You know,
well, this is the thing though. Relegation doesn't just automatically get those fans back. It takes a lot. It takes and we're not going to see it anytime soon. I think relegation brings people back. Alex 199 Super Chat says, "I'm not bothered when we lose anymore." Joke, and that is the killer of a club when anger turns to apathy. And there's a lot of apathy in this club, in this fan base right now, and it's sad. It's really sad. Liam 499 Super Chat. Thank you, Liam. Newcastle United fan. I see so many parallels with you from the Ashley era. 2 shysters who shouldn't be anywhere near a football club. Hope you get lucky like us. So do I, mate. We can't put up with this much longer.
Somebody just said there that I'm wearing a fucking January jumper. Yeah, do you know what? This is a big mistake putting this jumper on because I am fucking sweltering. It was just something that I was fucking, as we was about to go live, I just put it on quickly, but now I'm fucking regretting it. I'm thinking I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
It's not been a great night to be a West Ham fan. It's not been a great season. I mean, that's why I'm looking so forward to tomorrow night with our night with Julian Dix, mate, because we get to talk about the fucking good old days at Upton Park and relive some great memories. So
that's all we've got left, mate. That's all we got left.
It's a shame. It's a shame the way this club's gone. You know, you think that, you know, you go back to that sunny night in June 2023 when we won the European trophy, and you think at that time you think you're on top of the world and you think you're going to keep going forward, but we've just gone so far backwards. It's crazy how this club is now, and it's just like from top to bottom is toxic, you know. And as I said, planned protests for the Palace game, it's going to get toxic over there again. But what do you expect? What fans, you know, you got to listen to the fans. And if Sullivan was to sack Potter tonight, because I'll be honest, mate, I can see another heavy defeat coming on Sunday at Forest. I can see another 3 or 4-0 happening.
All right, it'll be a 5. I reckon it'll be a 5.
Yeah. It's going to be bad.
We don't get much luck at Forest, you know, and at the moment they're a team. They're a decent team. I know that obviously their manager at the moment is having murders with the chairman, but they're a good team, and they will punish us. And I could honestly see another heavy defeat.
Yep. Let me get through some of these super chats. Tony Angelo saying it does my £5 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. No more crying, lads. Chin up. Petition doubled in a week, and I feel there is some momentum for change. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Oh, hey, Ryan.
That's not the real Tony, because he'd have called me Wyan.
Yeah, you missed it. You messed up there, mate. You messed up at the end. Craxy 199. We need Zabaleta so badly right now. Yeah, what a professional. What a guy he was.
Someone commented earlier and said, "What about Zidane?" And I'm thinking, what, for a manager or in midfield? Because he could probably still do a job for our midfield.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Maybe he could be a player manager. The Sheik of Arabia, $5 super chat. Won't happen, but Paolo Di Canio. Sure, media would go crazy about his politics, but so what? Stuff him. Paul, expat in USA, West Ham since 1980. Do you know what? Like I said, I said this before. Like, if we're gonna go down, I'd rather go down in a blaze of glory. I'd rather go down with some fight and some passion. And if it's Paolo Di Canio to just give this club some fire, some kick up the arse, and we end up going down, I'd rather go down like that, not with a whimper or Ange ball. We're at least trying to attack.
It's interesting that comment there you've got up about Noble Nolan, because like you've noticed that as a football club, since we've lost a lot of the backroom staff, you can see the changes. Because you go back to like when we had the likes of Nolan at the football club, Stuart Pearce, you had ex-players that knew what it meant to play for this football club and love this football club. And we've lost a lot. You know, I sent you the list of players that we've released in the summer. The amount of characters and voices that we've let leave this football club, including the coaching staff, it makes a big difference. And
yeah, we got rid of the goalkeeper coach that had been with us since the Pellegrini days, I think it was, and we've got worse. Like, our goalkeepers got worse. You know, we're leaking goals. You know, what a fucking good decision that was. It's and that is, it's some characters and some long time people around this club we've let go, and we've lost a lot and not replaced it, and it's in a dark place right now. West Ham. Thank you, by the way, Tommy, for the 199 super chat.
Yeah, so many people saying about thinking. Look, the reason I took the shirt off is because I dropped my dinner down it. But fucking hell, I think it's just worth having a dinner down it than having that fucking Yogi Bear suit on. Fucking hell,
I thought that was a Ralph Lauren shirt, and your Ralph Lauren also give up like West Ham. And
yeah, run away. Left the mud patch.
Shit yourself and run.
It's yeah, mate. It's so crazy. Like, we was all there looking at preseason, was doing one in preseason, all the videos. We was talking, right, when we in the, look how good the vibes look. You know, everyone seems really happy, great vibes. It's all amounted to nothing. That's all pissed out the window, and the vibes have never been worse. And we're in a hole that we can't seem to dig ourselves out of. We're shell shocked right now, and you can't see where the next win's coming from.
Someone said there, Mr. Potato said, is there any manager? Is there any manager that you West Ham fans get behind? Handed out a manager at one European Cup, and would you keep it in the league comfortably? Absolutely. There's managers that we're bringing. It wasn't the fact that he won us a European Cup, and I think this is lazy journalism. It was the league performances and the way the team was going, and I think even now, I think even now that is the stuff that started to show right now. Right, even
with David Moyes, mate, it was a mutual decision at the end, wasn't it? It weren't like we sacked. It was a mutual decision. They didn't renew his contract because Moyes wanted to go as well. So,
but it's one of them things. But you know, it was starting to. You know, don't forget, mate. It wasn't great. It wasn't great even in the Conference League year, and the squad was starting to sort of dwindle, and he was starting to struggle a little bit. David Moyes, like, it wasn't like we handed him out. Like a lot of people wanted to, you know. But this is what the lazy journalism is, because why ain't people saying that to Spurs fans right now? Why aren't they saying it to Spurs fans? Because they've got exactly the same situation. Geezer didn't do well in the league, but won a European trophy. They've handed him out. They've got him out. And then they've got a manager in. They've got a manager in that's better than the one they've got, and they're doing better than they were last season. Why ain't everyone going to him? Oh, you shouldn't have handed Ange out. Like, you know, we wanted someone better. We wanted someone better. Like, and all of this, be careful what you wish for. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like, Dan, I think Dan put it on. Why do you have to be careful what you wish for when you're mediocre? Like, do you want to stay mediocre? Because I fucking don't. Like, don't not be careful what you fucking wish for, because fucking Man United and Arsenal and fucking Chelsea fans tell you when they've won everything, you know, all that they don't want to do is they don't want another fucking competition. They don't like competition. They like monopoly. And that's why they be careful what you. It's so fucking lazy. Such lazy journalism.
Don't get me wrong, mate.
Be careful what they wish for. They sacked Ten Hag, who won them 2 trophies, and now they've got a manager with a worse win record than Graham Potter.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, mate. I'll probably fucking take mediocre at the moment because we're fucking shit.
Yeah. No, you're right. But you would take it. But don't start. You shouldn't settle for mediocre. I'm sorry, but you know, this is football. This is about fucking glory. You know, we had a taste of glory. Tottenham have had a taste of glory, and they want more fucking glories. Do not fucking take mediocre because these fucking top 6 fans tell you to. Because all they want to do is monopolise the top 6.
Yeah.
Don't fuck yourselves, all of you.
Well, that's it. Let me get through some of these super chats. Liam 189 is Nicky interviewing for the West Ham job. He can't do much worse. So why not throw your hat in the ring, Nick? Cracks.
I got that.
If we re-sign Felipe Anderson, then we'll win. Bloody hell, that's a name I didn't expect to see tonight.
Felipe Anderson.
Sebi with a 99p super sicker. Thank you, Sebi. Yeah, it's real tough to take, mate. I can't believe we're 3 games in, mate, and we're feeling like this. It feels like it's been a long season already.
Mate, there's a long way to go. I'm sure we're going to have many more nights like this season, but let's hope that there's somehow hope that we manage even a point on Sunday is something. To go into that international break, rock bottom with 0 points after another heavy defeat. I don't know, mate. If they don't sack him after that, then I'll think, fuck it. I'll you know, what'd you do?
Tony with a £2 super chat. Put your jumper on, Nicky. You look cold. Oh, hey, wine. He's corrected his earlier mistakes.
I tell you what, he's the highlight of my night, this geezer. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the comments.
Yeah, that's what we have to cheer us up.
Yeah, he's cheered me up. Thank you.
That's all we have, is because there's nothing else that's going to. So listen, I don't think he's getting sacked. He's probably going to be in charge for Forest. I don't know about you guys, but I have no hope and faith that that's going to be the game where we turn it around. I can't see us having any chance, mate. I don't know what team he's going to put out, but I can't see any combination that's actually going to get a win. And we need to win. And I can't see it, mate.
What the ideal scenario would be to come out of that game is we lose, they sack Potter, Nuno gets sacked from Forest, and then we bring Nuno in to take over West Ham, and then we start moving up the table. You find yourself adrift already at the bottom. You know, it's fucking shocking. It's been a poor start.
People are saying now, imagine Chris Wood against that defence.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. None of them can jump. He'll have a field day. You know, they got players like Gibbs White and that in the midfield. Mate, it's just over. There's no way. I don't know how he's going to get something out of this team when he looks defeated and given up already. If we get that new Magassa in time, maybe that might give us a little lift, but I think we need a lot more than just him, mate. I know he'll be the energy in midfield that we need, but he's just going to play Rodriguez and Ward-Prowse again, isn't he? Or he'll just drop Rodriguez and play, you know, one of the other names or whatever. And maybe it's time to bin the 3 at the back, rather the back bollocks as well. I don't know. Try something else, mate. At least try something.
I'd go with Mavropanos and Todibo. I think they look the best too.
As a pairing.
That's fucking saying something.
Yeah. That really is. That's how bad it is. That's how bad things are at the moment. But any belief in us that we'll get something? Anyone?
Do you know what, Dan? You never want to say this about your team, but I can't see how anyone can say anything other than a Forest win. I can't see how anyone can ever say anything other than a Forest win.
Yeah. Mate, you know what?
We had the game in our hands tonight, and he's just handed it back to him. Yeah. And that is the most disappointing thing.
If I was you, I know we're not promoting on this show, but we're doing that final one standing. You're still in, mate.
Yeah,
That's a banker.
You know what? I've been thinking about that. I really have. I've really think to myself, like, I think the banker of the weekend. I always say, like, I'm going to pick the banker of the weekend, and I think that's the banker of the weekend.
If one team's going to knock you out, it'd be so West Ham to win that fucking game.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But mate, I just can't. I really can't. It just like the manager just looks checked out. The players look checked out already. If for them to just go and switch it on would be a madness. I'll be like, where the hell is that?
This is the comment of the night. This is the comment of the night.
There we go. Sums it up completely. And he just seems to fall out. Like we're talking about apparently letting Emerson go on a free. Where's Emerson? You know, like these players he seems to have fallen out with. He's got this degree in psychology or whatever, and we're just getting rid of players because he can't deal with them. And Alvarez, I don't see he's him having an attitude problem. He's old enough. He's a captain for Mexico, seasoned professional. No one else has had a problem with him. All of a sudden, got problems.
The moaning reminds me of an issue of knees at Mother Brown after a bad run. What moaning? What you're not sitting? You're sitting there fucking smiling, you little fucking rat.
I mean, look to that comment. I mean, if you ain't upset and moaning about this, then you ain't a West Ham fan.
You don't give a fuck.
Care. You can't obviously sit there and say you're happy. You can't be. You can't be a West Ham fan. So like,
no, that's what I'm saying. That's not a West Ham fan. No way is that a West Ham fan. If that's the West Ham fan, fucking hell, that is the biggest rat I've seen tonight. That is the.
I'll be very surprised. I'll be very surprised if you can find me any West Ham content creator who's going to be taking positives out tonight and smiling and thinking, yeah, no, we'll be all right. Because I'll be very surprised because the ones I watch are going to be pretty similar to what we're saying on here.
Yeah, 100%. Harzo 190 super chat says change of captaincy. Let Bowen focus on playing. I think you take the captaincy off him. You do that, mate. He's gone.
I don't think so, Dan. I don't think he would mind having the captaincy taken off of him.
He literally said last season it was one of the proudest moments of his career was getting his captaincy. And all of a sudden, you take something that he was so proud of. He sees as one of his biggest achievements away from him, and he's just going to be like, "Yeah, it's fine." Nah, mate, I'm telling you, that's another push to get him out the door. You take that off him. How painful? How much embarrassed would he be? How much hurtful would he feel?
I agree.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
I agree with what you're saying, yeah, but I think that we need more players to step up, because. You can have 11 captains on that pitch. You need players that have got to have voices and fucking put a bit of heart in. Just because you've got the armband on, don't mean others can't be fucking. We've seen it through so many years of players doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So we just need a bit of fight and a bit of spirit, and let's just hope that a miracle happens on Sunday, and we somehow get something from the game. And I don't mean a good hiding. I mean a point or three. We'd love the free, but
let's not forget as well. Everyone was questioning Rice as a captain in his last season when we was getting smashed every week as well.
I've just realised.
What?
Go on.
Alex 190 super chat. Oh, this is a good comment. Our backline proves gravity exists. They can't fucking jump. Spot on.
Lucas Dunn, right? This is the fucking thing that we've been. It says West Ham are a crap lads, small club. Thought they were saying wrong when we started supporting them fucking 40 years ago. Well, fucking hell. What? Yeah, we fucked that right up, boys.
Yeah, I wonder why I started supporting them for the glory.
Stupid idiot. Daniel Cheverall 499 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Good name. Billichin. Sign Lindelof on a free. Play Potts, Skulls, and Marshall. Lindelof not the best, but far better than what we have. Yes.
You know what? I don't think that's a bad shout.
No, it's not a bad shout at all, mate. Like I said, I'm just so tired of the football we've had to watch for so long. Just get me something different. Like, get me something fucking different. And Village is different to what we've been seeing. And at least, like I said, he loves the club. He knows the club. He's got passion. And get some decent players in, some pace in the side, and we could be half decent. You know, just save this season, please, before it's even got really going.
Kev Devery says, West Ham can never be Liverpool. I think that might be the truest statement I've ever heard.
Liverpool can never be West Ham.
Yeah, Liverpool can never be West Ham. So it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
What a comment to make. West Ham could never be Liverpool. Preston North End could never be Scunthorpe.
Yeah, some ridiculous comments in here. Soup Risky 199 super chat. No comments. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Yeah, like I said, it honestly just get something fresh. Like, I don't want Cooper, don't want Daesh, I don't want none of these names. Just come on, man. I need it. I can't keep putting up with this shit. So yeah,
anyway,
I mean, there we are.
What's the famous saying? It's only a Mickey Mouse Cup anyway.
Yeah, we don't need that cup anyway.
Yeah.
I'm joking. We didn't even want to be in it. What are you talking about?
Carabao.
Good cup run would have been nice, you know. But look, it's over, and now we just got the league to concentrate on until January when we get knocked out the FA Cup third round by Man City away.
Positive. At least we just concentrate on our survival, mate. At least we can concentrate on that. But mate, that don't even fill me with confidence. Like people like, who do you want then? Because I don't want Daesh and Cooper. Like anyone but the same old boring, just negative managers. That's what obviously, I want. Listen, Iriola's a dream, but we won't get him. But that's the dream. You got
Terzic's been out of a job for a little while now after leaving Dortmund. You know, we was linked with him before Lopetegui come in. As I said, bringing in maybe alongside Bilic, you know, two people that know the club, worked there before. I just want someone that's going to try something different. I'm just going to try someone that can get a tune out of these players. And it's going to take a fucking lot of hard work to get these players, you know, back to where we believe they can be.
They could sack him because at least he adapts his game and you know, things like that. If they somehow like end up sacking him and getting Anjin, then yeah, mate, go and get him.
Yeah.
I'll take that. So that would have to be lucky. Mike Campbell, £2 super chat. Great passion, guys. West Ham fans deserve better. Appreciate that, Mike.
Let's I'm putting this geezer in timeout. He's getting on my nerves. Here we go.
Right. Did you put this comment up to read it or just to have it up?
No, sorry, mate. I fucking clicked it by accident.
Uh-huh.
All right. You didn't put him in timeout. You banned him.
No, well,
do you know what? That's just someone's just said a name there that I didn't even think of. Craig Bellamy. It wouldn't be a fucking bad shout. Imagine him in the change room with some of these players.
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah.
Someone that has openly said about how much they love the football club and didn't want to leave when he was when he played for us. So I don't know. It might be a big step for him, but at least he'd come in and fucking show a bit of fucking fight and passion. He wouldn't stand for some of the shit that's going on in that dressing room.
Is it worth waiting for Amarim? No. He's got a worse win record than Graham Potter.
Thing is, someone said there, we're looking forward to hearing Julian Dix tomorrow night on these thoughts on it. To be honest, mate, I wouldn't surprise me if he did even watch the game. He's not into modern football, so it'll be interesting. I mean, he'll probably have something to say on it, but yeah,
don't blame him at all. Super risky with another 190 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Would Allegri be a shout for us? No chance on Allegri, mate. No chance. No chance in hell. Would Allegri come to West Ham?
You say that though, Dan, right? Oh, no, sorry, I'm trying to pour a drink. You say that though, Dan, right? But would you have ever put Everton down with Carlo Ancelotti?
Yeah, but they weren't where we are, mate. They weren't down in the mud.
No, they weren't where we are. But if you don't fucking shoot your shot, you never know.
Shoot your shot, but I'm just telling you, we're not going to get. He's not going to come to fight in a relegation battle.
No, he ain't going to come. I'm just saying, like what people say, like no chance, no chance. Like, shoot your shot. You don't shoot your shot. You never know.
We shot a shot and he rejected us.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there we go. Shot. He's not. He said no. He's not going to say yes now. All of a sudden,
I don't think we ever approached him. If I'm honest.
Yeah, Ange is another one. Everyone keeps saying. Like I said, at least the football will be something. Like I said, go down entertaining us for God's sake. Just get me out of my seat. Even if we lose 5-4 or something every week, at least it's something. It's just so just stale, man. We're stale. Stale's team. So yeah, what else can we say, lad? What else?
Dilly Coghley said that Everton were in the same place as West Ham when they got Ancelotti.
I don't think they were. I don't think they were down in the dumps like we are, mate. I don't think they were, because they had Koeman and that who didn't do so well, but they weren't. We are in a very bad place. We have to sell to buy. They got James Rodriguez for Ancelotti. They got him players. They had money to spend. He's going to come at the end of a transfer window. We've barely brought anything in, not having anything to spend himself, and then, you know what I mean, take over this shit. There's a very different situation than Ancelotti.
John Thompson said, Spurs fan here, Angeball nearly made me give up watching football. It's not fun, it's chaos. Mate, I fucking think I'll take chaos over this shite. Yeah, this is like watching paint dry, what I'm watching. Yeah. Badly.
I think watching paint dry is more entertaining than West Ham at the moment. Yeah. But look, to end it, it's another shocking night to be a West Ham fan. Another opportunity to give rival fans to laugh and take the piss out of us, and rightly so. But look, we're rock bottom at the moment. The only way is up. Even if it's one space, it's still the only way is up.
I don't know, there's a long way down. There's a long way down. Are you crying?
Oh, guys.
Oh, he's crying.
On to Forest. Yes. So we'll be back. Obviously, keep up to date. Transfers. That's the only thing we've got to look forward to. Maybe that little dopamine hit of a transfer signing. So we'll be keeping up to date with all the transfer news until the end of the season. Hopefully, we get something in to get a spark in this team. There's always that hope that somehow we sign someone that just happens to turn out good. So let's keep on top of that. We'll be back for the Forest game as well. There's going to be a watch along. Nicky's going to be hopefully able to get up there and get fan cams and all of that. And Friday night pint as well. All of that good stuff. So listen, thank you for being our support network and letting us vent with you and suffer together. That's what we need. As West Ham fans, we suffer together. So appreciate all of you in the chat, all of our community, even the people that have come to banter us. You know, we deserve it, like they said. And finally, Dave L with £5 super chat. You boys need cheering up with this shit. International break. Get on a stream. Watch the Final Score movie and react to it live. You will at least laugh. Yeah, Dave said that on my stream. Like, do a watch along of it, a reaction. I haven't watched it yet.
What, the Final Score? I've never watched it. No. I watched.
Yeah, we should maybe do. We should do a watch along. Apparently, it's so bad, it's good.
Well, Tony Cotter and Rufus Brevett get shot live on air.
I've seen that bit. It was on Sky years ago, and there's a bit where they're sort of swinging off the stand. And they're swinging in front of a stand, and I'm thinking to myself, like, not one person in the fucking stand's but so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All that's going off. You've got motorbikes jumping from roof to roof. No one's looking, mate. I've been over West Ham when someone drops a quid and everyone scrambles for it. Yeah, they can't spot a fucking motorbike.
No one in the top tier goes, "Cool, fucking hell, look at them two geezers up there!" Like,
fuck me, what's that? Oh.
No, honestly though, it's fucking madness.
Yeah. Honestly. So at least we got to end it on a laugh. Cheers, Dave, for bringing a smile to these miserable faces right now. But yeah, like I said, Friday night pint on Friday. All the content will be going to film an interview with Julian Dix. That will be up. Part of it will be up for the memberships. Do come out and check out the membership. So we'll have a exclusive part for the members. It'll be up early access first for the members, and then we'll put the main bit out for everyone. So if you want to click the join button, that'll be up for our Cult Heroes. So if you want to join and see that, sign up to Cult Hero for $9 a month. But thank you to everyone for your support. We appreciate you all. And Nicky, I don't know what he's doing there, but thank you all so much for watching.
I'm trying to drain the drink because it's all pouring out, but go on.
All right, well, we're ending. Thank you all so much for watching. One thing left to say. Come on, you irons.